Hello, Eagle family, and welcome to this holiday edition of the Eagle Exchange. I'm your host, Chancellor Carrie G. Dixon. Today, I'm excited to highlight a student whose dedication and leadership truly embodies Eagle pride. Brayden Smith, a business administration student within the honors program and the Chancellor's office intern, is making an impact both on campus and beyond. Thank you for joining me today, Brayden.
Thank you, Chancellor Dixon.
So Brayden, tell me about yourself. Tell me those things that make you proud, those things that keep you going, and why you chose NCCU.
So I'm born and raised in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I had this desire growing up to be a professional athlete. I wanted to play football, play basketball, but obviously that's not the direction that I went, and I knew I had to go to college because my mom said you're gonna go to college.
Yes.
But I didn't know how that process really was. So thankfully for my guidance counselors that showed me how to do essays and apply to colleges, and I applied to 20 plus schools just because I didn't know what to do, but I just wanted to make sure that I did what my mom told me to do.
Yeah.
And I had a stepsister. I have a stepsister who went to North Carolina Central. So I helped her move in and out a couple of times. So that was my first exposure to a college campus. And I kept finding myself wanting to go back to Central when I got accepted. And ultimately I know that was what God had directed for me. So I decided to just take that leap of faith, and it's been a blessing, and it just opened the door for many opportunities I didn't realize was possible.
Yeah, and I appreciate you acknowledging your mother. And, we think about our parents, we think about the foundation they set for us and how they instill education in us at a very young age. And that was my story as well. I remember, growing up, my parents always talked about the importance of education and the importance of going to college, even though at the time they didn't have an opportunity to do that. They went right to work and they needed to provide for their family. So to really think back and hear you say a similar, story, have a similar story or testimony to how you came to value education, it really, really is touching. So I'm glad and I know your mom is an amazing person, to really teach that to you and want to see you. So I know she is so proud right now.
I can't even fathom the things that she has been through to make sure that I came out all right. And she's currently in college right now. She's trying to pursue she's in nursing school.
Okay.
So, seeing the time that she puts into studying, but I have 3 younger siblings that she takes care of. My youngest brother has Down syndrome. And, she still wakes up every day and fights and keeps going. So that's definitely my motivation. It's definitely what tells me that, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep fighting.
That's right. And just listening to you, now I see even more that we have in common. My mom is actually in college now too, working on an undergraduate degree.
Okay.
And, and you think back to how much they sacrificed. And, this is a season of Thanksgiving and being thankful and grateful. But to have parents who, sacrifice so much so that we could get the education and reach the goals that we have, and then now it's their turn, and it's our turn to help them out. I remember my father telling me, he said, well, I want to go to college, do you think I'm too old? And I said, of course not. Of course not. He said, well, his first assignment, he had to build a PowerPoint presentation. And he said, now what is PowerPoint? So we had to step in, and help him out. And, as I reflect on that, I'm like, there's so many times where he helped me and my sister. And put education first, and he sacrificed, went to work so that this time is his time, so it's time for us to support them. So I'm glad to hear that your mom is reaching that goal and going after the goal of getting her degree and becoming a nurse. That's great. So going back to how proud I know she is, you have a 3.9 GPA. So how do you balance? Tell us how you balance the academic part of your college experience here at NCCU, and then also I know you work, and you're a student leader, and I remember the first time I met you, Brayden, was last year, and you're very active with the business school on campus. So how do you balance all of that?
So all my achievements and accomplishments are because my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has allowed me to experience these things, and it's really about just doing it. Like Nike, just do it.
Yes,
And
yes.
having the courage and taking the time to not worry about what if, but even if. I understood that I didn't know my direction and what I wanted to do coming into college. All the stuff I've done is crazy thinking about it because I thought this stuff was silly in high school, running for student government and things of that nature. But, building connections with my professors, that really was the big thing that allowed me opportunities where I would have been doing bad in classes. I remember my freshman year, I was thankful to come out with a B in my algebra and trig class. I know everyone has difficulty with that class, but because I went to the office hours and I kept going to my professor, I got my D up to a B.
Wonderful.
And that showed me that the strengths of taking the time and going out and talking to a professor, and even taking time going to our tutoring sessions and admitting that I'm having trouble and I need help.
That's
and
right.
That was really the foundation to what I carried over into my sophomore and junior year. And what was the last part to what you had asked?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, it takes courage, it takes strength, dedication, as I described you, to even make that effort to go see your professors doing office hours, to stay after class and ask questions, to join study groups, because we all come across classes that are challenging. And I remember my weakest area was math as well, so I had to go an extra mile to make sure that I did what I needed to do at the collegiate level in the math courses I had to take. And part of that is what you said, is going to the office hours, talking to my professors, getting involved in study groups. All of that's, very important to your success. But I was really, also mentioning the 3.9 GPA and how important it is for you when you carry yourself in such a professional way across campus. That professional development piece, the piece that, you learn a lot, I'm sure, in the School of Business. But what really keeps you going? I hear students say all the time now, Brayden is sharp all the time. I mean, you always come to class with your suit and tie. And how did that become you, or your signature look?
So first I want to go to how you mentioned that you weren't always the best in math, correct?
Yes, yes.
Growing up, math was like my thing to do. It came easy to me, and taking a class where I wasn't good at it in math, it made me question myself.
Oh, okay.
So it really was a big thing to get out my comfort zone and admit that I needed help. And motivation is making sure that my family is proud of me, an example for my younger brothers and my family, my community, my hometown. The best thing that someone told me was, your best example is your example.
That's right.
And that 3.9 GPA has allowed me to be in spaces that I didn't realize was possible for me. And even in my freshman summer, I was staying on campus, and I had a big bill that I needed to cover. And it was a few days before they was gonna kick me out, essentially. But I had talked to the assistant director of SEAL, and he introduced me to Mr. Ernest Jenkins and the NCCU Foundation. And he had a conversation with me, and when Mr. Williams, the assistant director of SEAL, told him about my GPA, it opened the door for that conversation to me now being a Yardie Scholar and getting my school paid for.
Right.
So that is a conversation piece. It is a thing that gives me confidence in myself, that is saying, hey, I am trying my best. I am doing the things that I knew I was capable of doing. And with me, with work and being a student leader and being sharp, it was about making sure that I'm showing, little Brayden that I'm doing those things, that I'm finding myself, finding my voice.
Right.
And Professional Dress Tuesday from Dean Nelson sending me an email started the professional dress attire.
Yeah.
And that also was a conversation piece because, you know, a lot of people say that of a man of few words. So being able to start a conversation just off of my appearance, it is that first impression. And it's really built confidence in me and showed me that your attire really gets you somewhere.
That's right, because I see now there is a trend with the quarter zip. And
Quarter zips and matcha.
yes, quarter zips, and yes, and you know, but it goes along those same lines of your professional look and how you want to be perceived and the goals that you set and how all of that aligns and open doors and start conversations. I mean, you're really setting the trend, and I'm glad to hear Dean Nelson really, you know, is pushing that, of course, in the School of Business, but you see it all over campus now too, as, you know, students look up to you and see, you know, oh, look at Brayden, he's sharp. I want to, you know, dress like that too. And so, and I know we have a number of professional dress closets on campus where if students cannot afford to buy the suit or the dress or whatever it is that they're looking for, that they can go on campus, and we have, you know, organizations that contribute to that closet of professional dress so that our students can take advantage of that. So glad to see that you are really setting that trend, and my nephews are going to be wearing some quarter zips, so we'll see, because I wanted to make sure I got those for them. But I also want to mention, as I introduced you, you are a Chancellor's Office intern. And tell me what has been your experience with that. I was really happy when you came to my office and said you would like to be a part of the Chancellor's Office, and we were able to figure out how to make that happen. And you started the Chancellor's Ambassador program, kind of picked up where Cameron left off when he was a Chancellor intern last year before he graduated. But you brought it to fruition, and now we have Chancellor Ambassadors. So tell us a little bit about what it's like being an intern, and then the ambassador program. I know that's something that you definitely went through the entire process, and now we have our ambassadors, and I'm so happy. So thank you so much for doing that.
So when I went to your office and talked to you about that opportunity, it's crazy to think about now, because I don't know if you noticed, but I was so nervous because that was my first real conversation with you. But I had to face that fear because it's something that I wanted. And I've seen all the great things that you've been doing, going into the community and being a familiar face, not just being our chancellor, but talking to the students, talking to me, and, you know, in the various activities that we do. I wanted to be a part of that, and I wanted to learn from you. So I thought it was a great opportunity to propose me becoming that intern so that I could see what really goes on and help bridge that gap between students and the chancellor's office. Because I understand that sometimes it could be from a bird's eye perspective and you're not able to see everything that's going on. So it would be a great thing for a student to give you that perspective. And Chancellor's Ambassadors, I had, it was a great thing because I think the people that donate and support the university should really know where their time and their investment is going into. Yes. So that student perspective is very important, and I'm grateful for being a part of it because it allowed me to see a lot of the potential from students that I may not have known if I wasn't a part of coordinating this program.
Right, and you know, you have done a superb job, and I know it was so great to meet the Chancellor Ambassadors, the new Chancellor Ambassadors last week before the holiday break, and they are amazing, and we'll be introducing them very soon. But Brayden, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your journey and insights with us. Up next, two of our NCCU faculty and staff leaders will join us to share some of their favorite holiday traditions. Stay tuned to the Eagle Exchange.
Everyone has a gift, something we were born to share. For some, it's strength to lift more than just weight. For others, it's
community
to keep us connected.
Purpose.
Impact.
Resources.
Because your gift isn't limited to what's inside you. It's using what you have to make what's around you better, even in the smallest ways. So,
What's your gift?
What's your gift?
what's your gift? Your gift of any amount powers academic programs, special initiatives, and scholarships for students. Make your gift today at give.nccu.edu and show the true power of us.
Welcome back, Eagles. I'm excited to be joined by Dr. Lorna Grant, Professor and Director of the Graduate Program in Criminal Justice and Chair of the Faculty Senate, along with Ariel Germain, a proud double Eagle and the Director of Marketing and Communication for the Division of Student Affairs. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today.
Thank you for
Thanks for having
us.
us, Chancellor.
So both of you carry really big roles on this campus. Chair of the Faculty Senate, Chair of the Staff Senate. Tell me, how do you balance everything that you're doing? Leading the faculty, leading the staff, and also doing your day job?
It takes a lot of balance, a lot of time management, but I love it and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy working with our staff and getting to know them and understanding what it means to be a member of the staff and what it looks like to be happy and joyful in your job and be able to do it well. So I enjoy the role. So it is a lot, but I enjoy doing it.
And I have to say, you do it well.
Thank you so
and,
much.
You know, when I first started, over a year and a half ago, that was one thing that I was really focused on is how do we build the Staff Senate? And you have really stepped up to the plate and made it happen.
Thank you so much.
And I really do appreciate that so much.
And I appreciate
because
your
the
support.
staff voice is important to everything we do, everything we think about here at NCCU. And Dr. Grant, you know, you and I hit it off. I remember Dr. Grant was in my interviews when I interviewed for Chancellor here at NCCU, and to be named chair of the Faculty Senate, and the faculty academics is our core here at the university. So how do you balance everything?
Well, number one, it's time management. Because the different roles I play on this campus, I'm not too sure how many persons would undertake that. But I love to work with faculty because I'm a faculty.
Yes.
And I like to see my faculty advance, and I love to advocate for them. With my students, I do the same. So although I am director for the graduate program in the Department of Criminal Justice, I still teach a class.
Yes.
And I love to work with my students because students were my first population that I work with.
Yes.
And as I always say, I'm going to retire working with students. I enjoy. I like to see when they advance. Now, if I look back on my history in teaching back in Jamaica, I have a number of permanent secretaries and ministers who were my students in Jamaica. We are still in communication, but I like to see students advance.
Yes, and it's very evident. The students love you. I hear them talking about, your classes, the faculty with your leadership, just being a part of those Faculty Senate meetings, just really sheds a lot of light on the importance of shared governance, shared accountability, shared responsibility, both with the faculty and staff here at NCCU. So I appreciate what both of you do. This is a time of thanks and Thanksgiving, and I am thankful and grateful for your leadership that you both provide this university. We need you, we need your voice, and we're going to continue to soar higher and higher with everything that we're doing here with you in place. So I appreciate that. So tell me now, after all this conversation about work, work. Tell me, what do you do? What are the traditions that you have instilled in, with family, with friends? What are some of the traditions you would like to share when we think about the holidays, think about Thanksgiving, Christmas? What would you like to share with us, Dr. Grant?
Okay, I like to be with family at Christmas time.
Yes.
Now, Thanksgiving for me is a little different because I do not have family here. I have an adopted family that invite me for dinner every year. So I share that family. But for Christmas, I go home, or my family, we travel together.
Yes, and
we
I'm going to go
cruising.
with you one year too.
Just let me know when you want to come, Chancellor. We do cruises, and in the absence of cruise, like last year, we flew to Panama City. So we enjoy Christmas in Panama City. So I like to be that around family and that family setting for Christmas.
Yes, family is so important during this holiday time.
And that is a tradition in the family. My parents are now deceased, but the family always gather at Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas Day we are there. The following day now we would serve the community with meals and so, but family is great when it comes on to Christmas.
Yes, that sounds exciting. And I know every year you just look forward to going and celebrating with family and just spending time, just quality time.
Just spending quality time.
And Miss Germain, what do you do?
So
Tell
for
us about your
Thanksgiving,
traditions.
Thanksgiving is actually my birthday. So my birthday was actually
well,
on Thanksgiving.
happy belated.
Yeah, she had birthday.
It was actually on
okay.
Thanksgiving Day this year. So Thanksgiving is usually like my special holiday.
Yes.
I pick the menu, I decide what I want for Thanksgiving, and everybody's like, okay, we'll eat
Now,
this.
is it traditional menu?
I try and go
or-
traditional, but I love ribs. I love a smoked turkey. My sister makes the best macaroni and cheese that you can ever have. But for Christmas is a little different because I am from Detroit and it's very cold in Detroit. It's snowing right now, actually. But we tend to she either comes down here, my mother will come down here, because my sister lives here now as well. But she'll come down here, or we'll go back home. But we also, like Dr. Grant said, we also do something for people in need. So we make sandwiches, and we go downtown Detroit and pass out sandwiches to the homeless.
Oh, that is
So,
so
yeah, we do that
wonderful.
every year.
Yeah, that impact, that holiday
Serve the
spirit.
community.
Yes, serving the community is something that, we all want to make sure
we
that we
do.
do because
Sure.
it's a season of Thanksgiving and giving and
being thankful.
Being thankful
Yep.
and
Yes.
peace and love and happiness, all those things, really are important.
Yeah, they are.
So when you think about balancing and what do you do for yourself? And I have to say, I am guilty because sometimes that whole work-life balance thing just doesn't agree with me. But I'm working on it. But what do you like to do for yourself?
Honestly, I like to sleep. I know that sounds very simplistic.
No, that sounds great.
But I literally, I had to get ready to come back to work on Monday because I had been sleeping till like 10 o'clock in the morning. So come Sunday, I was like, I had to set my alarm for 7:30 to get myself back into it. I just like to rest.
Right.
I really like to rest. I'm working on my PhD right now. So
good.
So
Wonderful.
now I'm actually preparing for some chapter, kind of getting to chapter 4 and 5. So I'm still reading and focusing on that. But if I can sleep, I will sleep. I'll go from the couch to my bed, back to the couch.
I know what you mean. Well, what about you, Dr. Grant?
Well, I am a festive person.
Okay.
And I always say my birthday is 8th of November, and I can celebrate until the 31st of December. So I like to decorate.
Well, happy belated birthday to you
Thank you,
as well.
Chancellor. I like to decorate for Christmas. So my house, in and outside, is going to be decorated. So like the Thanksgiving weekend, I do my decoration.
Yes.
And then I enjoy. If I'm on the islands, I'll go to the beach and taking whatever it has to do with Christmas, I'm going to be there.
Yes.
But when it comes to New Year, I go to New Year's Eve service and reset for the other year. And because I'm from a religious background and I always participate in Christmas programs at church and the rest, that is still instilled in me. So even if I do not get to church on Christmas Day, I'm going to go to New Year's Eve. Watch night service, we call it in Jamaica.
Yes, watch
and
night
I
service.
start reflecting and set the tone for the following year.
Yes, that sounds great. As I think about the semester and the accomplishments of the semester, now it's time. This is really all of us, I'm sure, our first break of the semester right here at the end, and we all look forward to it. I know I look forward to laying on my couch and sipping my hot tea. That's rest for me, and then also sleeping late when I can sleep late. So I really do appreciate both of you coming on. So thank you again, Dr. Grant and Ms. Germain, for sharing your holiday traditions with us today. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, I'll be highlighting NCCU's major accomplishments and milestones in an academic mid-year review. Welcome back, Eagles. The first half of this academic year has truly been remarkable for NCCU. We began by welcoming the highest number of students in the university's history including a record number of online students, which helps us expand workforce opportunities for adult learners and working professionals. We also introduced a beautiful new tradition. The class of 2029 became our first freshman class to lay white carnations at the statue of NCCU founder Dr. James E. Shepherd during a magnificent procession to their eagle pinning ceremony. This addition allowed our incoming class to honor the remarkable history and vision of Dr. James E. Shepherd. Building on that momentum, we have began implementation of Soaring to New Heights, Vision 2030, our 5-year strategic plan that will guide our growth, ensuring that academic excellence, innovation, and student success remain at the heart of everything we do. We also celebrated a record-breaking $17.2 million in fundraising, supporting scholarships, academic programs, and opportunities that make a real difference in our students' lives. In the academic space, NCCU's nursing program opened an interactive learning room, giving students on-hand experiences that prepare them for real-world success. Building on our commitment to partnerships and pathways, we also signed a historic MOU with Durham Technical Community College to expand opportunities and collaboration for our students. Our Eagles continued to soar in athletics, and the men's tennis team crowned national champions. On the international stage, NCCU achieved yet another milestone, earning its 3rd straight Fulbright HBCU Leader Honor, joining an elite group of just 19 institutions nationwide. This past summer, we completed one of the largest housing improvement projects in our history, providing students with safe, modern, and welcoming living spaces. During the ultimate homecoming experience this past October, we celebrated a sold-out stadium game and delivered 25 outstanding alumni events, 30% more than last year, to highlight the energy, pride, and engagement of our Eagle community. Thank you again, Brayden Smith, Dr. Lorna Grant, and Ariel Germain, for joining me on this special holiday episode of the Eagle Exchange. From our remarkable students, alumni, faculty, and donors, to our historic achievements and traditions, NCCU continues to soar to new heights. As we celebrate this season, I'm excited to leave you with the smooth sounds of the award-winning NCCU Jazz Ensemble, who will return to the prestigious Jack Rudin Jazz Championship at Jazz at Lincoln Center in New York City on January 18th and 19th, 2026. The ensemble will be performing My Favorite Things, continuing a proud tradition of excellence and artistry here at NCCU. Happy holidays, Eagles. Let's make the coming year even brighter. I'm Chancellor Carrie G. Dixon, and thank you for tuning in to the Eagle Exchange. As always, Eagle Pride Amplified.